And you know what time of year it is when this woman's back in Mom's Basement. Regina Conway's here. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to be here. Happy holiday shopping season again.
We've had big time inflation this year. We have interest rates up. We have all the credit reporting agencies, Regina, telling us that people have more credit card debt this year than they had last year. What's shopping look like? We going to have a big season?
It's still hard to tell, but according to a survey that we did a survey of about 1,300 U.S. adults who shopped Black Friday and Cyber Monday last year. And 87% of them actually reported that they plan to shop again this holiday sales cycle during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And that was compared to 74% in 2022. So the interest is there from consumers. About 37% of them said that they plan to spend $501 or more. So that's a pretty large chunk of folks who are still planning to shop. Now, that said, consumer spending has been up in recent months, but then economists can't really predict it because of all of the things that you mentioned, especially the credit card debt and things that are happening with interest rates and things like that. So, at this point, the retailers are doing what they need to do to capture those dollars. And that's why we've seen some of this extended shopping cycle and why the Black Friday promotions, which normally is just used as a marketing term, have really been extending throughout the entire month of November and as early as October.
It's interesting as I hear your statistic. I wonder if more people are shopping the deals because of the fact that the wallets may be a little tighter this year, or if they just want to participate. I would have to think, though, there's a big piece of me that thinks that's just because the wallet's tighter.
Right. Well, we didn't probe as deeply into that specific question, but we did ask sort of what their motivation was. And the main goal for 55% of them was to get their holiday shopping done. So in that case, it could be. And then, it was an open, they could respond to multiple choices. So 55% also said that it's a way for them to save money on those really big ticket items because the savings are significant. Up to, 60% off of a several $100 item can really add up.
Well, and with retailers all participating more than ever, fighting for your dollars, it sounds like a good time for us, right? If we've got those things, but you have a bunch of great tips so that we don't go too crazy. Your first piece on your list of things is literally that: make a list.
Make a list. And although it sounds so obvious, people get into these sales and they forget, or they start to get, overly enthusiastic about what a good deal it is and maybe don't realize that it's not within their budget. And then they get themselves into that credit card cycle of debt. So, making that list of what you actually need, and then think about those gifts that are not necessarily obvious. Teacher gifts are something that a lot of people participate in during this time of year. Maybe you have people who help you with, your dog walking, or a babysitter, or somebody else who doesn't necessarily fall into that immediate family, but might be somebody that you would be shopping for. And oftentimes we forget to include those folks when we're looking at these deals. So just make sure that you start your shopping by really knowing who and what you're shopping for.
That's what I like about the list, is the list I can amend when I'm sitting at Target and I'm just wandering the store, like I'm making bad decisions based on my short-term memory, which we already know is horrible. So you also talk about return policies and maybe finding better deals later.
Whether they're better deals later or they might be really good deals now, because of the deep discounts that we've been seeing, it's harder to tell this year. And so if you see something that is a good deal and you have done your research to make sure that it's not just marketed as such, but this is a product and a brand that you're interested in and it is a good price, you want to go ahead and make that purchase now. We're encouraging that because those deals may not show up later in the season. However, if they do, just check those return policies before you buy. And then make sure that, if you haven't used the item and you haven't gifted it to anybody yet, it's very easy to return that product. Some stores will allow for price adjustments. Usually when it's a Black Friday style promotion, they won't. So it would have to be something that you'd have to take on a case by case basis. The trickiest part about this one, though, is always the one that I always have to look at in the fine print is you get free shipping to get the item to you, but make sure that you're not paying, $8 to ship it
shipping
back.
To send it back.
Yeah. So the free shipping looks appealing, but make sure it's both ways in case you do need to return that product.
And then it's interesting, a lot of people in our community, Regina, they will look at putting deals together when it comes to like credit card reward points or deals together for trips and airline tickets. And it's the same thing here. I think a lot of our stackers, even though I feel like you've been with us for several years now, still don't know that that's what your community is all about, is people kind of layering these deals on top of deals to get even better deals.
That's exactly it. So at Slick Deals, there's about 12 million shoppers who are helping other shoppers find and vote, and find those very best deals on the best products. It's not about the cheapest product. It's about the best deal from all the top retailers like Amazon and Walmart, all the places that you shop. And so it's, really about folks being able to navigate that deal, the deal gymnastics, if you will, like you were saying, where you can stack a coupon code on top of a deal that you may not have even found at that low price to begin with, on top of using your credit card rewards points to accumulate those points to make toward a future purchase. So definitely a great way to make sure that you're getting the best products at the best prices.
I think some of those deals that people find are so amazing. Like, hey, if you go and buy a 6-pack of Sprite, and how does my deal begin? Over here in this place I didn't even think of.
Right. Or add like the, chapstick for $1 and that will get you the free shipping that you need, or whatever. It'll get you over that 2-cent hurdle that you need to be able to get that free shipping.
You're like, wow. If you want a place where you're not getting it once a year on Stacking Benjamins, you might know a place where people could find these deals all year long, Regina.
Right. So if you check out, we say every day is Black Friday at Slick Deals. So if you go to you can check it out online at slickdeals.com, or you can download the app for your iOS or Android phone. And it's just a community of millions of shoppers who are out there loving and discovering the best of the best deals every single day of the year.
Yeah. What I like is you can it's very easy to sort by the deal you're looking for. The type of thing you're like, oh, I need this. I don't think there's a time where I didn't find a better deal on Slick Deals than I did by just going straightforward, like every time.
Right. Well, what we were talking about earlier, too, is just that the folks who are, engaged in the community are really passionate about this. And so you do get that extra step of, yes, this is a good deal, but it was better 2 months ago, or maybe you need that item right now. So you're willing to pay that, but you get to have that understanding and really know what you're getting yourself into. And, maybe there is that extra tip of a coupon or using a rewards credit card to just maximize your points as well.
And it's just, by the way, God bless some of the nerds in your communities, because the crap they find, Regina, I'm like, if that person didn't exist, I'd pay so much more. But there's somebody, in Peoria who's just on their computer all day looking up deals and putting them on Slick Deals for me, which is, hey, kick ass.
Right. It's amazing. You can either engage as much or as little as you'd like. You can just tap into the benefits of the folks who are really deeply passionate and love to find these things. But, if you find something too, obviously, like, if you want it, sometimes it's fun to share with your friends that you got a really good deal on something. So this is an opportunity to share with millions of folks and allow them to access those same deals as well.
Well, Regina, again, thank you for saving our stackers so much money again this year.
I'm glad I could help. But no, thank you for having me. This is always so fun.